Yeah, hey, I just want to share a few things with y'all that I've learned recently. A lot of people don't know that you can do animation with Photoshop. Um, it was something that I recently discovered. Um, it's not for a beginner. It is kind of difficult. You want at least have some type of knowledge of Photoshop. Um, as you see down here, this is a timeline. And a lot of people have never even seen this before. But this is actually for animation. And how you find that, you go up to Window. You will see Timeline. Check that. And it's off. You go up to it. You check it again. And it's on there. So that's how you get the timeline. Now first you're going to need to create your own frames. As you can see, everything here has its own layer. You will layer everything out on the timeline from top to bottom. The podium is on top, so it stays on top. Then you just go down from there. And as you can see, the timeline looks a lot like a beat making program, kind of like what's right here, FL Studio. But what's different here is it's images. You can only use still images. So you have to frame the images together. And this involves making many frames with just little difference. So you can see the mouth. That's what makes him talk. That's the animation in the mouth. Okay, now if I go up here, you can see that I can alter his arms and make him do different things. You can chop his arms by simply tilting his body in a certain direction and then chopping it. Now, before you start, though, you'll need to come up with an idea. What are you going to animate? You know, you're going to create your own character. So you need to go online. Go to Google. Click images and just say characters. And then you'd want to put PNG, because a PNG is the type of image that you want to use. Because say when you go to click on it, you see how the background disappears? That's the type of image you want. So just say you could take one of these characters and, you know, go to cropping and, you know, you gotta crop and move body parts around to make your frames. So you'd want to kind of use an image kind of like this. That would be a good way to start because it wouldn't be hard to crop the arms and move them in different directions. But I mean, start anywhere and go from there, and you'll be making badass animations in no time. But once you get your ideas all put together, just go to Photoshop. Don't even worry about the timeline yet. You don't need the timeline until you get your frames made out. Once you get them made out, then you can go to actually piecing them together in the timeline. But when you do get ready for the timeline, a few things you're going to want to know. One is that you see how these are different lengths? If you're a producer, you make beats, you know that as long as this is, just as long as it's going to play. So you want the constant one, the one with just his mouth closed, which is right here, to go all the way through. And then when it gets to this one, his mouth starts, wide. And then it changes with this one. And then it changes with this one. And then it changes with this one. And then it goes back to that one. Then the closed. So when you go to lay it out, make sure that you have your mouthpieces over the top